Prescription pills and recreational cannabis, a combination that can be very dangerous. Tonight, what you need to know about mixing weed with certain medications and why a group of pharmacists is sounding the alarm as our country prepares for legalization.
I think it poses a risk to anyone who's on medications for pain management, anyone who is on medications for depression, anxiety.
There is a long list of medications that should not be used with alcohol, a warning that is either printed on prescription labels or specified in written handouts.
I'm curious as to whether or not that will change to avoid alcohol or cannabis-related products.
With legalization around the corner, Alan Malik with the Ontario Pharmacists Association says right now there are no warning guidelines for recreational weed, despite the fact that there could be dangerous side effects when mixed with certain drugs, such as opioids.
These are substances that can have an impact on one's level of alertness. It can cause fatigue, drowsiness. The combination can sometimes be quite significant and may in fact be dangerous, if not fatal, if it's used way out of the norm. I'm just a little nervous that health has taken a little bit of a backseat in all this. We're trying to keep it at the forefront.
The OPA has been doing its own preparation for legalized weed by instructing members on how to inform patients. They've also been communicating with other pharmacy groups around the country.
We haven't yet been engaged in conversations with health, with the Ministry of Health, on what pharmacists should be doing, ought to be doing, need to be doing. Right now, we are operating on just on our own, best conscience and making sure that patients are given as much information as they possibly can.
We took these concerns to Health Canada and were told by email that health warnings will be visible on marijuana packaging. One message does warn about combining cannabis with other substances such as alcohol, but there's no mention of prescription drugs. Is there enough known about the impacts of weed and how it could interfere with other prescription drugs at this time?
There's a lot of information. A lot of it is theoretical. A lot of it is, I won't say hypothetical. These are real side effects when we talk about the additive effects of drowsiness, impacts on alertness. I think there is a lot of information out there. I don't think there's been a tremendous amount of real definitive studies that you can point to, but I think there's enough anecdotal evidence that can definitely suggest that there are some challenges with these products.
What is your advice to people who use recreational weed and are also on medication?
No different from any other type of recommendation we would offer with any combination of medications. Let's talk with your pharmacist. They are the medication experts.
Malik also believes that medicinal marijuana should be dispensed by your local pharmacy instead of online. He says patients have relationships with their pharmacists. They can ask questions and get better information. In Toronto, Shauna Hunt, City News.
Are you ready for this?
The Marijuana Files. Coverage continues daily on City News.